Yes, people, we are live. Motion with sports, you know what I'm saying? First time, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We're used to doing this pre-recorded and no one's here. But we're live for the first time. Big up everyone that's here. Massive shout out to our panel today. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got Hans, as you guys know. What you saying, Hans? What you saying?
I'm easy, bro. First, this is like my debut, man, on the live on MWS, where it's a moment for real, man. And obviously we're joined with Errol, you know what I'm saying? Man, let them know where they can find you and that, my boy.
Big up, boys. Big up. Yeah, man. Nice one for having me on for the debut for the live. So, yeah. I'm all good. Up in Liverpool at the minute. We're just chilling in the studio. Got football a little bit later, but I normally push out YouTube content on the Red Men TV. I've done a couple of podcasts this week with DR Sports as well. So I've been down in London doing a little bit of that. So we're out here, we're building, and obviously looking forward to the international break being over so we can get back to business and start to fix up a little bit. But yeah, it's good to be here, boys. So nice one for having us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, make sure you go and subscribe to Errol. Do you know what I'm saying? All of his links will be in the description. And make sure you smash the likes, make sure you subscribe if you're new here, all of that good stuff. And without the waffling, let's just get straight into it. Because, like I said, off camera, I'm excited, innit? You guys see the top here. International break is soon over. These men are in a mini crisis. Do you know what I mean? I've been on the Red Men TV. I've had to hold my smoke. Do you know what I'm saying, Errol? But your time has come. You know what I'm saying? We've got a scouser on the channel. You get me?
Yeah, I hear.
What's going on with Liverpool, bro? What's going on with Liverpool?
Liverpool are just having teething problems. I'll be real with you right now. We've added a lot of new ingredients into the mix. Last season's team, as good as Slot was, he had a good established team to work with. This is the first time he's getting the opportunity to implement his ideas on top of fresh players and hoping that they can adapt to the level that the previous team was already up to. On top of that, we've obviously lost parts of that team, assets, obviously passings away, rest in peace, Diogo Jota, that have been outgoing. So we've had a turbulent summer and it's been up and down. So for the most part, you'd like to think the signings coming in were all positive signings, and I think they still will be over there and they'll stand the test of time. But in the here and now, I think they're having teething problems in terms of how to get the best out of them and remain at that level that they had been for the previous 12 to 18 months. So I wouldn't say that we're in a lot of trouble. Look at the table. We're sitting second. Do you get me? We're sitting pretty still. Do you know what I mean? So for people to turn around and say, yo, he's in a crisis and we're 1 point off Arsenal, we're sitting second. We've scored as many goals as we had this point last year now. You know, right, you can look at some of the issues, but there's still plenty of positives. And I'm one of them. I'm always an optimistic Liverpool fan, but I'm a realist at the same time. So I look at what I see and I'll criticize what I see sometimes, but I know the long, bigger picture still has to be always in consideration.
You've been there before. You know, obviously you said you're from Liverpool. What's the city like right now? Obviously, I know you're coming from a neutral perspective.
Bro. I'm genuine. Bro, like, we're an emotional people. Scousers, we're emotional people anyway. Do you get me? Like, we just are. So when we're watching the football, I was talking to one of my boys the other day, and he was like, you know, despite obviously the results, it's not been enjoyable to watch Liverpool play at the minute. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've not just enjoyed. So I think that's the first thing that us as fans want to see back, more of either not necessarily a style of play, but more game management. So we know we've got the quality to kill teams off, but will we then manage the game defensively and professionally enough to just get results as well? As long as that's what Slot kind of built his Liverpool team on last season. So we want to be seeing more of that. But we're not at panic stations. We're not losing our head. We're not emotional in that sense right here, right now. Because look, I said it a while back. What's happened last season when we had the bad week against PSG, Aston Villa, Everton, and Newcastle? It all came in like a 10-day period of it was just bad timing. So we go out of the Champions League. We lose the Carabao Cup final. That was a worse time to have a bad run of form. Here, right now, all right, it kind of makes you think, all right, then there's much more improvements that need to come. And right now, the one good vantage point we've got is we can see them. It's not like it's just fine margins that we're missing out on at the moment. We can actually see what the problems are, which means if us as fans can see it, I imagine man like Slot's seeing it as well. So there's a chance that we've got to fix it.
For sure, man. For sure.
All right. So what would you say? Because you guys have had a lot of change over the summer. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, Slot came in and you had your formula. You knew what you was getting from Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? You had the McAllister, you had the Gravenberch, you had the Szoboszlai in the 10, you had the Gakpo or the Diaz on the left, who led the press a lot of the time. You had Jota coming off the bench, RIP, for obvious reasons, condolences. You got rid of Nunes. So much happened. You brought in Ekatike, Isak. All of a sudden now, Trent has gone as well. It's kind of out of your control. But then you've replaced him with someone that's nowhere near the same profile in Frimpong. He's been played as a right winger at times, which is crazy. Do you know what I mean? If you've been in as a right back, Conor Bradley don't look great, if we're being honest. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of change that's gone on for Liverpool, and I feel like there's too much. Where last season, you know what you was getting from Liverpool. You were such a well-oiled machine, and I feel like there's so much change now, and I feel like that's where the problems are kind of lying. Do you get what I mean?
The one good thing is I look at it and I think I've seen us do the wholesale thing a few times, and the big one that sticks out was after Luis Suarez left. He left and we just got a bag of man and was like, right, we're going to have to bring all these men into a team that nearly just pushed for the title, but there's still holes in it and you want to try and go again. But we just got dross. Them man weren't good. Whereas at least this time I can hopefully rely on the confidence, not the fact that we've spent the big bag, but the players at the profile of players we've got had all the hallmarks for quality talent. So I look at that and I think in the long run, we should be okay. I think what happens when you look at the type of profile, as you mentioned there, of the players that we've brought in, for me, it felt like it was alluding to we're actually going to change the style in which that we play at some point. And I don't know whether you was going to see that from game week 1 or you was going to see that after half a season. But I don't know if that was the bigger picture for Slot. He wanted to kind of move the way that we play forward in evolution. And what I mean by that is, at one point, Liverpool under Klopp was very much a Coutinho-based system at one point in time, and he was the fulcrum. He was the special bit of stardust. He'd cut in off that left. He'd occupy those half spaces. He was able to create moments of magic for you out of nothing, and we built our creative flair around him. Once he left, we didn't replace him for like with a player of the profile, but the profile and the system changed to a fullback. So instead of trying to go through the middle where things are a lot more congested, we went round the sides with quality delivery into the box. The likes of Trent, the likes of Robertson, both of them put up mad numbers from defensive positions over a course of 3-4 seasons. So that's how we moved. And Slot inherited the last iteration of that, where Trent was then pushed inside a little bit. So he was able to utilize him. But I think from what I've been told, he did that with somebody at Feyenoord as well. I don't know who it is because I didn't watch him back then. I didn't know he wasn't even on my radar them times. But apparently that's the type of fullback he wanted. So that was a perfect fit in terms of systematically it was going to work. Now I don't know. He's going to have to come with fresh ideas because all the ideas he had were left by his predecessor, who was an amazing manager. So now I've got to try and see what are your ideas then?
Yeah,
I feel like you trying to push us forward to be.
For sure, man. I feel like that's where I think everyone can see it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Everyone's watching football from a neutral point of view. So again, as you said, if you guys can see it, Slot can see it, we can see it, man. Where do you reckon the real issues are for you in terms of this Liverpool side right now?
I think defensively, you look at it, same point last season, we'd only conceded, I think it might have been 2 goals Premier League. At this point, we've already conceded 7 more. So defensively, there are issues. I think we're just, I used to say like a couple of seasons ago, we used to get hit with like one-off chances. A team would just have one-off chances and then you just put it away. They wouldn't have a load, but they'd just be really clinical compared to what seemed like us dominating the game and still struggling to only get a win or nick a draw or whatever it looked like. Whereas I think now, there are that many issues in terms of the instability, and I don't think we've got consistency defensively. I think that's where the one department where I think Arsenal have got a big advantage over us this season. I think last season, even though it was Slot's first season, we would rely on the fact that that defensive line had been there and done that. So them doing it when we was on for a title, they was always about that life. This season, I know Frimpong's done it over at Bayer Leverkusen, so fair play, and I get that. I'm not even going to try and come out here with no German tax, but I also know at the same time, you know, they went invincible, bro. You can't just sit around and say it's a Farmers League. Buy and win that league every year. Do you get me? So you've got to give them credit for what they've done. But Frimpong hasn't done it in the Premier League. Kerkez has played for Bournemouth again. Respectfully, that you know, there's a level.
Yeah, but you know, some of the thing with Kerkez, bro. Let me cut you up. Where it's that he's not playing this. Like, if he was playing how he's playing at Liverpool right now, you might wouldn't have signed him. You know what I'm trying to say? Because he was moving mad last season, bro. And it's like. Like obviously your defense ain't good. He's defending a bit more. That's not really his game. He's looking average. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
did he have Semenyo in front of him last season? No.
Say that again.
Did he have Semenyo in front of him last
season? He did.
Do you know what it is as well? I feel like, going back to your point, I feel like obviously he was bought for going up and down. That's where he shined for Bournemouth, innit? And I feel like with Liverpool now, he doesn't get that same license to go. Do you get what I mean? So he's playing as like a third centre back, supposed to as a wing back, and that's the trouble that Liverpool are facing at the moment. And that leads me to my next question, because obviously I know it's farther away. We're going to get team news and all of that, but I have to get a little preview. It's only right. Do you know what I mean?
Only right.
What would you do, Errol, moving into that game? And what should Slot do? Because obviously there's a lot of problems. And like you said, you alluded to your defense. Who goes at right back? Who goes at left back? Do you know what I'm saying? Does McAllister come back in the team? He's like a shadow of himself. He was in the team of the season. Gravenberch and McAllister were the guys. All of a sudden now he's on the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? Curtis Jones looks better than McAllister at the moment. So there's a lot going on. Does Ekitike play instead of Isak? Does Ekitike go on the left? What would you do? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I completely get what you're saying. First thing says, I always want to try and get Ekitike and Isak in together. If they started together, and just hear me out, let me land on it, right? If they started together in a big game, I think that sends a message of intent. You know, you're going to talk about in a little bit about Arsenal and Arteta taking the handbrake off. You could almost say that Slot's trying to draw for the big guns because he wants a reaction. That would be a sign for me if he went and done that. So it's something that I would do at this stage, particularly. But then you kind of got to look at the depth in terms of who can you really substitute if both of them are on and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it is a big gamble in that respect. What I would do defensively, it depends. It's one or two things. Who are you going to start at left back? If we start Andy Robertson because it's a big game and he's been there and he's done it before, and we expect to get a 6, 7 out of 10 from him, or at least a 7, 8 out of 10 from him on the day, then I'd go for that. If it's the other way around and you're going for Kerkez, I think one of our issues this season has been Gravenberch has been so good. His whole game has been based on wanting to go forward. And it's not to say that he can't do those things in the individual duels. I just think he vacates positions that then can't free up a Kerkez to be the extra man in attack. He's being the extra man in attack. And I think in congested midfields, right now, we still look to utilise the width to some degree until we have actually found a way to transition what happens with Salah in the next 6 to 12 months and then figure out how you do get Ekitike and Isak to be starting more regularly together, if that's going to be the way that you move forward. And then obviously you've got to talk about the elephant in the room, as Florian Wirtz's got to be involved in that mix at some point as well. So there are plenty of things for Slot to be considering, but my solution, if it's Kerkez, Gravenberch has got to tweak his role ever so slightly to be a little bit more conservative in that middle for us, at least until we've really grappled the game and we've kind of got a foothold in it, or vice versa. You take your handbrake off from early, try and get a bit of a lead, and then you put the handbrake on him completely and allow Kerkez to be the outball on that left-hand side.
You named
just quickly, shout out the catch up, innit? Shout out SB and catch. I want to address this comment just quickly, what you got to say to this, because some people say Isak should just hold bench. Ekitike has been scoring. All of a sudden, he's interrupted his rhythm. What do you say to that? Or you still hell-bent on, nah, let's try to get them in. We paid big money for them. They could work. Isak plays in a 2 for Sweden. Do you know what I mean? It could work.
Different ways you could vary. I said, when you asked me the question, I said that I'd have them both playing together. So none of the strikers are getting benched, first and foremost. It just depends how then you try to work them in. If we stick with the front three, essentially you're asking Ekitike to go out onto the left and see if he can do a job there, and then trying to get close enough to Isak in his game to be able to influence and feed off each other a little bit. That might work, it might not work, but then obviously your option then is to bring Cody Gakpo in off the bench. If I did that, that's the risk. Obviously at this moment in time, I don't think you can really drop Salah. I think you've got to play Salah. Salah loves playing against United, so if you dropped him, that would also be a very big statement in a game where he's so prolific. So from that perspective, you kind of got to go for the front three if you're going to go for it. I think there's a good chance that he'll turn around and just play the one. And I think it'll be Hugo that starts. And then I think Isak will come in off the bench. I think that's what Slot's likely to do. But I think Slot's got an opportunity to really make a statement if he wanted to as well.
You just mentioned that the main hitter, Mo Salah, Mr. Inevitable, bro. What's your take on him so far? What do you feel like he's not doing what he is doing? Does the system work for him? What's your overall take on Salah right now, my guy?
He's struggling. He's struggling mentally, probably emotionally as well, because he's a human and he's lost his boy. And that kind of grief and pain just doesn't go away overnight, especially if you're, in the same environment that they was with you in pretty much until the day he goes. It's a hard place for him personally to be in, I can imagine. But I think in terms of his on the pitch performances, he's probably struggled from a few factors. The absence of Trent, being able to find him on a regular and consistent basis. The lack of impact from a Florian Wirtz and him in terms of building the relationship and that chemistry. It's not felt as natural as we thought. Just two elite footballers would just link up and it'd work straight away. There's a period of adjustment there. I think the right backs that we've currently got are all in poor form, and I don't think they're doing the job. Even if they're trying to do a poor man's impression of Trent, they're not doing the fundamental things in Trent's game that enabled Salah to do at least the basics in his game and then allow him to build off. They've all got their own interpretation of what it is to be that fullback in this team right now. So Salah's having to very much learn with the inconsistency. It's been Szoboszlai, it's been Frimpong, it's been Bradley, and back and forth and back and forth. So there are a few factors that don't allow you to then get the best out of Salah. And then when Salah's getting opportunities on the ball, he looks like he's shot of his confidence. He looks like he's in his head too much because there's so much going on and he's probably overthinking things as opposed to just being in that natural flow state. But you said it, inevitable. So from a Salah perspective, it's not a matter of when, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when it will happen for him. If we have to revert to make everything go around him because he's going to be the one to drag us, we can do that as well. But right now, I think we're trying to broaden the scope of what it is that we do in terms of how we attack and how we can be. Because he wants to be more of a creator this season. It just hasn't clicked in a number of areas, and that from front line to really. And whether we liked it or not as Liverpool fans, when Núñez played, you can say he had a lot of carnage, but him and Salah's link-up play together, in all that times, Núñez was the one that put up some mad numbers for Salah and vice versa, more than what Mane did, and Mane played with Salah longer. Do you get me? So there was positives, even if some Liverpool fans wouldn't want to give much positive to energy towards Núñez. So we've got to look at things that you've got to scratch beneath the surface without being a little bit overreactionary. There's plenty of reasonable, logical reasons as to why Salah's not been performing. Some of them are more excusable than others, obviously, but you just got to be able to deepen a little bit.
For sure, man.
So what's your early prediction then for the game?
The game, boy.
Does Liverpool bounce back? Do you man bounce back?
We're at home. I'd be foolish if I didn't have any confidence. Look, at the end of the day, we've been beat three times before the international break in the space of a week. Every single one of those was to a difficult away ground. Palace on smoke. At that point, I hadn't lost a record in about 17, 18 games. Galatasaray, almost a perfect home start in their season. Obviously, they got beat by Frankfurt, but domestically, they've been on smoke. And then Chelsea, all right, it's a tough game. You've been a little bit indifferent. You don't know what Chelsea team's going to turn up, but it's still Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So I've got to back Liverpool at Anfield to turn up because I don't think we've been wounded that bad to where they think, the wheels are falling off by any stretch.
Fairs. Listen,
you know just quickly before you go, Hans, I'm just going to say, man, I'm not going to lie. If I had a different manager in charge, I'd be a lot more confident. Liverpool are fragile. Liverpool are so fragile, but I don't know if I can. If my manager's gonna give us the tools to succeed, basically at Anfield, because it's regardless of what form you go there, Liverpool going to be up for it. Like you just alluded to, you lost your last.
I think you're going to be for it. Let me just say this though, Shells, right? From a Liverpool perspective, what I'm going to analyze the most on that game in the weekend, if we lose that midfield battle to Eula, I know that we are in some level of crisis because no team at home should be losing the midfield battle. And that's not even me just throwing shade. That's just the reality of the levels right now.
So but who's that dog? I mean, it's gonna be Szoboszlai that's gonna be back. Like who is that guy?
I honestly don't know, but we can't be getting dog walked in midfield at Anfield by that United midfield. It just can't happen. Like you shouldn't have the legs. You shouldn't have the discipline in midfield, and we should have the extra man. Do you get me? If we do our system right, and I know our Amarin's going to end up leaving yours is going to be a back five. So in that midfield, we should be winning that battle.
Do you know what it is though, Errol? Yeah, I went to Old Trafford against Sunderland, yeah, and I've seen it a few times at Old Trafford where Amrin sets up in a 4-4-2 when we're defending. I am hoping that he applies that same attitude at Anfield. I haven't seen it in a away game yet, so I'm clutching at straws here. But it eliminates that gap that you're alluding to, because every elite team lines up in a 4-4-2 when they're defending. I don't know why it's taken us, Amrin, this so long to do this, but I'm hoping that's the case. If we have Mazzari in there, we got Cunha maybe flying, maybe Mount starts, I don't know, applying the press. We hold out for 30 minutes. We can, on the break, we can get at you. Do you know what I mean? I saw Sesko, Konate's not in the greatest of form right now. Do you know what I mean? His head's in Madrid. We can hurt you, but I don't know if we can get it done. Like you said, Anfield, man, bro, it's a long day. It's a long day whenever you go there. Even in United's greatest teams, going to Anfield was long. So it's going to be an interesting one.
In your worst teams, you have dragged us down to your level on bag of occasions.
True.
On a bag of occasions, even in your worst period, the fact that Liverpool have not been able to, don't be wrong, the 7-0, great. We've had a good couple of big scores, but based on the standard of the two teams over the last 10 years, we should have been able to beat you at least 3-0 every single time we stepped on the pitch. Because not only were you poor on the field, you've had so much stuff going off the field that players' heads are just like all over the gaff.
You know, as a neutral,
and this is I don't know these man, so I ain't going to say too much. But you,
they're Arsenal fans, isn't it? They're Arsenal.
I know, I can see that. I can see that by the graphic, but I don't know them personally, so I ain't going to say too much. But you do.
They're peoples, man. They're peoples. You lot should interact still.
Listen, you know, it's Arsenal fans right now. They've got their chest is so high, so you know, I hear it. I hear it. As obviously you progress, obviously your man will integrate and talk, and you know what I'm saying, you build a relationship there. But listen, as a neutral, again, like Liverpool are playing a game where it's like it's a must win again, and obviously the international break probably effed you up a bit as well, because you guys probably need each other to, you know what I'm saying. But I would say it'll be KG, man. I think it'll be KG. I'll probably lead to the home team. I don't know about goal scores or whatnot, but I'll probably, it's not gonna be high scoring. Definitely KG, and I'll probably feel like Liverpool probably win like 2-1. You know what I'm saying? And United are a bit warm. Not the greatest. I mean, at Sunderland, they didn't play the best, but they won. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. When I say warm,
say United are warm. We ain't won 2 games.
When I say warm,
you're not warm. Don't tell me we're warm, bro.
When I say what, I'm not saying that
the standards at United. I'm not bowing down to those standards. Don't gaslight me about United or warm, fam. Allow it, bro.
You man beat us in it, and that's a joke. But when I say warm, it's like you, man, like I would say you man are in better, like just a little bit better shape than Liverpool, innit? You know what I'm saying? Do I think you're gonna win the game? No, but you know what I'm saying. Listen, that's what I'm saying, innit? That's what I'm saying.
Nah, fair enough. But you know what? Let's move on anyway. Let's talk about Arteta and Arsenal. Obviously, it would have been nice to have an Arsenal face here, but we missed out today. But don't worry, that'll be for the next one. You get me? But listen, we're all neutral here. I feel like we're not biased in terms of when we talk about. I prefer Arsenal to win the league for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Shows you gotta stop doing that, bro. You live in North. Hey, my brother, stop.
I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care. But yeah, listen. Let's talk about Arsenal. They have been in good form recently. Their defense is absolutely crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? The defense wins championships. It hasn't for Arsenal yet, but so far so good. They're top of the league. There's still some problems, do you know what I mean? But it looks like Arteta has let off the safety. Do you get what I'm saying? He's let it off. I saw Eze and Odegaard line up in the same midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't see Marino. So it looks like things are ticking over there. Gyökeres is still trying to find his way. Do you know what I mean? He's not looking like the people that thought he was. I'm going to be real. Let's keep it a stack with Gyökeres.
You know the maddest thing about the handbrake stuff? Like, bro, who did they play last? Was it West Ham? You know what I'm saying? You can do that.
Say that again, bro. What did you say?
Arsenal played West Ham at home, innit? The last game. Was it West Ham?
I think it was.
Arsenal. Yeah.
Bro, you can do that, bro. Like deep, you can do that at home. You can be a bit more expansive, bro. Everyone's gonna sit back. But when it's the big games, can we see in the big game, bro, where they let off the handbrake, bro? Because Arteta's gonna do the whole let's just get a draw and block. That's you know what I'm saying. So the handbrake is, you know what I'm saying? It's West Ham, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when it's a big game, have you got the cojones to, you know what I'm saying, to play everyone an attacking team, have just one DM and not be a bit conservative. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like with Arsenal, they've got a great base, bro. Listen, Timber right now, bro, chipping him with goals. He rarely gets beat. Then you got Saliba, Gabriel. Then you got Calafuri, bro. It's mental, bro. What Arsenal have, Arteta has built. You can't even like knock them for that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The only thing I would only say is probably Gokras, isn't it? That hasn't been the greatest signing so far. But you know what's the maddest thing? If Kai Havertz comes in, that gives them another different dynamic where he takes them to the next level. And I'm talking about Kai Havertz here, bro. I don't rate dudes, but he could do a mad thing, bro. And it's like, yo, because his link-up plays way better, bro. His link-up plays way better. Saka hitting the ground running right now. Eze, the maddest, bro. I love Eze, bro, and he's gone to Arsenal. Mad. Listen, Arsenal, they're warm. Their definition of warm, bro.
You just said stop this Arsenal talk, and then you've just gassed them up. I just gassed them so much.
Listen, I'm a cool I see. I'm not hating, bro. You gotta give them their flowers, bro. I don't want them to win. I want Liverpool, City. I don't even care, bro. But Arsenal to win the league, bro. I can't come out my yard. I'm not on it. I can't come out my yard. I don't want to see that day, bro.
We'll go on holiday, bro. It's calm. We'll go on holiday together.
For how long? Bro, come on, man.
Brother, we'll take a week off, man. We're good. What do you make of them, Errol? What do you make of them, bro?
I think they've got to win. So whether
are you being for real? What do you mean?
Of course, I'm being for real.
Wait, I love Catch, my guy. Hold up. What do you mean, Arsenal, bro? The defending champions are saying that Arsenal got to win, bro.
Well, of course we've got to win.
You wasn't saying that before ball was kicked, bro. I'm not having that, bro.
Why, bro? I've been saying that all summer. You got to win the Premier League. You got to win the Premier League, my guy.
Wait. After you lot are the defending champions, plus how much you spent, don't do that to us.
What you mean, though? What you mean, don't do that? So what? We can't have expectations about your team as much as my team.
I think he's not even there.
I'm coming back. My internet's bugging. Give me literally 2 seconds. We'll carry this back on. 1 second.
Yeah, no, you good.
Either way, the point that I'm trying to make is Arsenal have been gearing up to win a Premier League under Mikel Arteta for the best part of 3 to 4 seasons now. They have failed every single time they have done it. They was the ones that told us in the summer, we are going to sign that number 9 and we want Gyökeres. And when we get him, he is the missing piece. So if he's effective right now or he's effective come the end of the season, he's the win now striker that we need. Yous have got to win. Yous are going to have competition in Liverpool because the facts are Liverpool are defending it. But it's on you, man, to take it off them. Now, right now, Liverpool aren't in the best moment, so that's a bigger opportunity. Go out there and fucking win it. If you're about this life, that's what competition's about. Right. So let me just land it right. I don't really fuck with tennis, but back in the day, was it Djokovic and Federer? They're the bad boys of that. Both of them, man, are stepping on that court to win. So why is the expectation that just because I support fucking Federer, that I'm not expecting my man to be out there trying to win as well?
You know what? I hear it. All I'm saying is,
two things can be true at the same time, IG.
100%. But you know what they say? They say a broken clock's right twice. You know what I'm saying? So don't give me that noise. You know what I'm saying? But hear this though.
Yeah. Go on.
It's that you said it right. Like obviously it's got to be right now, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? But I just feel
saying, bro, if you was to watch any of the content I've spoke about Arsenal, I've said this season they've got to win. Like that's been the marker that I've laid down for them. Now, if they stop Liverpool and doing that, am I going to be hurt? Of course, it's going to piss me off. Liverpool have fumbled the bag massively, if that depending on the circumstances, but could have massively fumbled the bag. But I still expect Arsenal to be the team that want to win the league. Like last season, it got to about November, and I put out it was a post, or it was actually a piece of content. I said, you can't tell me there's a player in the league that wants to win the league more than Mohamed Salah this season. The way he's playing, he's on smoke like differently. He wants to win the league this season. I could see it the way he was just putting it out there. I'm seeing Arsenal players starting to show more signs of that so far this season than I am Liverpool players. So therefore, I'm like, it's reasonable to expect that they want that. They've got that hunger. Can Arteta mastermind his way across the line? Depends what type of fight City and Liverpool put up in the long run.
On your watch, you want Arsenal to win on your watch.
So here's my last thing. The only way I can accept Arsenal winning the league on my watch as a Liverpool fan is if I win the Champions League this year. If it gets to a point where it looks like Arsenal are going to wrap the league up, but we've got a strong route to the Champions League final, I would put my basket in the Champions League final this season and say I want to get to that occasion. And if that means Arsenal win the league, then so be it. That's the only bridge and compromise I'm willing to make at this stage of the season right here, right now.
Yo, big up Catch every single time. My brother from the catch up, you know. Don't tell me he's gone again.
I think his internet's lagging, you know.
Oh, no way, man. Like,
Catch, bro.
He looks bare happy as well. He looks bare happy, bro. He's not internet ready. He's not internet ready, bro. He's not internet ready.
Not on the debut, man. Hey, Catch got his man.
Yo,
crazy.
Internet ready, crazy. Boys.
He's not internet ready. That's crazy.
You know, the maddest thing? It's a sign.
Hopefully he comes back in it and we'll try to sort it out, and then we'll go back to the Arteta thing. But you know,
I'm not trying to be salty at the same time. I rate what they're doing right now. So
I'll keep it short and
sweet. I'll keep it short and sweet on that, but I'm not trying to be salty when I say what I say. I rate what they're doing right now, so it's on them.
No, for sure, man. Shows, what's your take on it currently? Title race. It looks like. Do you think it's a 2-man race? What's your take, bro? Currently, bro.
Yeah, I just think obviously I think Liverpool changed too much in one window. Currently at the moment now, I think it's going to take a little while to gel, and I think Arsenal added what they needed to do. Catch, you know what? Take over, bro. You know what I mean? This is your moment.
Might lose you again, bro.
We might lose you again, but yeah, go on. Talk to us about Arsenal.
Are you internet ready? Catch, are you internet ready now?
Hey,
Yo, big up, bro. Big up.
Big up. But yeah, what was you not saying about Arsenal must?
Yeah, obviously everyone just said that. Yeah.
My thing is, you see where you look for Arsenal fans, me as an Arsenal supporter, I hear it. Like us as Arsenal fans, we must, yes.
You're boying it. Hey, Catch. You know I got mad love for you. You're boying it. Catch, you're boying it.
Hey, Catch. We'll do another time, bro.
The next one, bro.
Do another time. We ain't got long. We ain't got long, brother. Hey, we've lost Catch again, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll quickly go on Arsenal. I said at the start of the season, so I'm not gonna lie. I thought Liverpool would win it, if I'm honest with you. But then I had a lot of people who I did speak to, and they said to me, "No, Shells, listen, Liverpool have changed a lot in this short period of time." And I was going back to like when United wins titles and stuff, and we didn't sign a lot of players always. Do you know what I mean? It was just like here and there, filling the gaps. And I feel like what Errol's saying is pretty accurate. I feel like they probably more equipped to cope with Europe, because I feel like there's going to be a less of adaptation period. Do you know what I mean? Supposed to in the Prem. So right now, if I'm looking at it, and I say Arsenal are going to win it, but it's just for me, it's the whole goes back to the title. Is Arteta going to let off the handbrake? Do you get what I'm saying? We know they're good defensively, but in big games, in big moments where they need a goal, are they going to make that attacking sub? Or are they going to go defensive? Do you get what I'm saying? Or are they going to wait too long? So this is the stuff that is going to be the decider. Do you know what I mean? I believe it belongs on Arteta, and I think he should get it done. I feel like they're most equipped. They've got the best squad, not the best 11, but the best squad. Liverpool's one injury away, especially in Van Dijk, and it's Kalas. Do you get it? So that's my take on it. Let's move on to the Sesko quickly being rated the worst transfer of the summer, which is very crazy in my opinion, especially when you consider some of the deals. But we're going to get into it. I'm going to share the screen for you guys. It might take a little while.
Can I just say quickly on that? It wouldn't have mattered if it was Ekatike or Gokares or João Pedro or any of the big signings that or strikers that went, or the one from Newcastle this summer, if they would have all went to Man U, they'd have all been labelled the worst. Doesn't matter which player it is, it's just the roulette that it was Benjamin Sesko that ended up doing that. At this moment in time in October, that's all that is, in my opinion. We've got, what kind of sample size have we got to really judge a striker for any of these clubs really on a level head right now? We haven't really got one for any of them. But all the other clubs are more settled. All the other clubs have got more identifiable systems. All the other clubs have got better players around the strikers to obviously provide some level of service for them. Manchester United have got a lad in there who's got the hardest task to be prolific, to be a standout, to be a big marquee signing right now. That he's got the most fucking, the weight on his shoulders than all the others. It's light work for all the others, really. But that's just my take on it anyway for him.
Well spoken, man. And that's why I like. I was psyched to have everyone because he's from Liverpool, but he's got valid opinion on the game. Like, he's not biased, he sees football for what it is. Do you know what I mean? So just for some perspective, I'm going to add it anyway. I don't know how clear it is for you guys, but basically, The Athletic did an article on agents rating the worst transfers, and obviously 6 agents chose Benjamin Sesko. Trafford was next with 3. We saw Sancho, Buonanotte, Ferguson, Cody, Kirkes, Hutchison, Gittins, Anthony, and I think there was.
Can you?
Oh wait, so Isak also got 1. But
can I say something there quick as well? That might also be because it's agents, and I did see this before, but I forgot obviously the context that helps. That might be because agents know the more intricate details of said deals, so they might be looking at it slightly different. They might be looking at it with a different data set than what we're looking at it. We're just looking on the pitch and thinking that's what they're judging it on. They might be looking at some of the details of those deals, because if you look at James Trafford there, he would probably have more votes if it was just about what happened on the pitch. But I think people have voted for him differently on this because they probably looked at it and thought, at the time that deal was made, that was meant to be a good deal for you because City weren't looking at getting another goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Did you get it? So maybe that's how, from an agent's perspective, that's how they're looking at some of those things. Again, I don't know. It's all speculative from our perspective, but I wouldn't say too
crazy works. The fact that Wirtz has got 1, bro.
And then that's the other thing as well. That's
Are you joking me? Like, Wirtz having 1 is mental, bro. It's like,
but that might be the deal itself. People might look at that and think, oh, for a 5-year deal, if it works and he hits the level, it's always going to. So they might be looking at the structure of the actual deal as opposed to what the player's doing on the pitch. Is my point.
I feel like I didn't even look at it like that, bro. But I feel like you obviously you're spot on. You feel me? But yeah, Sesko being the worst. I don't know. I feel that's it's a bit harsh.
I think
it's harsh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not his biggest fan. Obviously, he's been scoring lately as well. I don't know when they asked these agents again. That's another thing as well. This might have been their first or second week, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now they just brought the data. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know that. But yeah, bro, I feel like it's again, we're here discussing it, but I feel like Sesko being number 1 with 6 votes is a bit dark still. And then Trafford, like keeper. Like, I'm not saying keepers ain't important, but bro, I'm telling you right now, there's way. I'm saying Buonanotte. Are you man drunk? Buonanotte. If Palmer's playing, bro, he's not even getting no minutes, bro. You're saying, come on, bro. You man, it doesn't really make sense. I don't know who these agents are, and you man, man, mad. So yeah, bro. Shows, as a United fan, how do you feel about Sesko being number 1?
It's all like media stuff, innit? It's international break. People need clicks, so obviously people are gonna target Man United. Just to go off again, people act like Sesko's like not a bad boy. Like, he's not got 100 goals already in his career, bro. As a 22.
Wait. Chill out.
You're gonna get some. You're gonna get some. Let me land.
Hold on, man.
Your manager wanted him. Your manager wanted him.
Listen. And then my Berta come in and said, listen, none of that. Yeah, you're moving mad. This is your guy. Do you get it? Bro, don't act like Sesko's been a bad man. Sesko's been the guy that he was like the Isak when Isak was at Real Sociedad. Everyone kind of knew he was kind of young. He Arsenal wanted him as well at that time as well, but we didn't want to pay the bread. Do you get it? So you lot paying all this bread for Sesko. I swear he ain't got more than like 10 league goals in his career or something like that.
See, that's how you know. It's false information, bro. Do your research. It's wrong. He scored 13 goals last season.
For who?
He scored 13 goals last season.
13?
For Bundesliga. Yeah. And
13?
Yeah.
Yeah. But come on, listen. Hold on. When you're saying bad man, 13 goals, is that his best? That's his best season, right?
It's not his best season.
How much is his best season?
Best season, I believe, is 16 league goals.
You can't get called a bad man. Like for 16 league goals. And
where was Gyökeres when he was 22? Where was Gyökeres when he was 22?
No, but you can't do that, bro. This is Gyökeres is here now. Do you get it? You got to say what Gyökeres has been doing. Last 2 seasons, 100 goals. What are we talking about? That's a bad man. That's when you say, "Bro, my man's a gunman." Like you can't say, "Bro, you're getting 16 league goals and these sort of things, and you're calling him a gunman." That's crazy.
I said he's a bad boy. You don't
get that. You don't get that.
I do. Bro, I'm 22 years old. I've scored 100 league goals in my career.
Bro, and hold on. Where have you scored these league goals? Oh,
where has Gyökeres scored his goals?
Hold on.
My brother.
Okay, you're talking about Germany, bro. We've seen the likes of Timo Werner over there look like a madman, bro, and then come to the Prem and then just crumble. Like we've seen it. So man can't go off the whole. He's been in Germany and he's batting it up. Everyone bad in Bundesliga. Look at Sancho. Sancho batted it up over there. Come over here, he can't hang.
That's Lamarck's catch.
What did you say?
Is Portuguese league better than Bundesliga?
That's another conversation, but we're talking about Sesko. Do you get it?
Hey, now quickly, catch. We want your take on Arsenal, innit? Whilst you're here, because we're gonna wrap up soon. Big up everyone locked in. Make sure you smash the likes. Do you know what I'm saying? It's our first live. I don't know what we're doing here, but bro, we're trying something.
You're doing your thing. You're doing your thing.
Appreciate it, man. Catch, talk about Arsenal for me, bro. Talk about Arsenal. What are you saying?
My bad. Yeah. Bro, my bad. I just in terms of Arsenal and that, bro. People are talking about the likes of Gyökeres. He ain't really clicking this, bro. I feel like we had the same questions as Liverpool, as in, them man ain't playing to their best potential, but they're still getting the results. You get me? And for us, I feel like Liverpool, it was that, but they've gone the other way. They've got 3 losses back to back, where we now are just keep on picking up these results. And for me, we're in like second gear. I still feel like there's another like 3-4 gears to go. Do you get what I'm saying? So when the likes of Gyökeres starts kicking, now even Odegaard, he's out for like 6 weeks. Yeah. Bro, as an Arsenal fan, I'm not even stressing it. I'll be so real because I've got a squad now. When I'm looking at it, I'm going, my man Eze could jump in now.
You know what's so crazy about Arsenal fans?
Pardon?
You know what's so crazy about Arsenal fans, yeah? Because you see how you don't care about Odegaard. He's needy. You see how your team's calm now. Now it's like, Odegaard can get injured.
No. But wait, I'm not saying he could get injured. Like I don't want none of my players to be injured. You get it? But I'm saying in more of a sense of Odegaard has been like, you see last season when Odegaard and Saka got popped down.
Yeah.
We're losing our mind because we're looking at the likes of Sterling on the bench and like it was dark. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, now when I'm looking at the likes of Odegaard getting popped down, I'm not panicking because I'm looking at Eze that could take him from. I'm looking at the likes of Ethan. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me as an Arsenal fan, I'm just looking at it, guy. Yeah, everyone's, you know how it is. Everyone's gonna do the banter thing with the likes of Gyökeres. He ain't ticking, but bro, when he does tick, it's a long day. It's a long day. So yeah, man.
I'll ask you a question. What have you seen from Gyökeres that suggests that he's gonna tick? What do you like about his game so far?
Bro, you know what it is for me with Gyökeres? It's like, bro, people are saying, he's a one-trick pony. I've seen in the likes of like the Newcastle game, he's now adapting to the Premier. He knows, bro, I can't just do the whole bully thing. I've got to have a bit of hold-up play. I've got to kind of adapt my game. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like that will come. And the more games he's getting, and remember, we all know that he weren't really match fit because he done the whole, I'm going on strike. I don't want to play for Sporting anymore. So it was he weren't really match fit for now. you can say, all right, this is going to be a match fit Gyökeres. Do you get what I'm saying? So now, bro, only ways up from here. You know, as we said, bro, when he don't score, he's pissed. He ain't scored in like, I think it's like 6 games now. 6 or 8 games. It's looking mad. And as a striker, we brought you to do, like, you're meant to be known as the bagsman. If you're not scoring, what are you doing? Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like it gets real dark when Havertz is fit, bro. Because when he's meant to peak, he's gonna be holding the bench. Me personally, you get it. Because when the competition comes, there's no room to get warm. You know, it's now you're fighting to get minutes, let alone bagging. You're fighting to get minutes, bro. That's when it gets a bit techie. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think I still always think there's a room for Gyökeres, even if Havertz ain't consistent. He's just, we've seen it over the seasons. Havertz is gonna give you the odd 10, 15 GA. Do you get what I'm saying? But over the season, Havertz has never been that consistent striker. He's not a striker. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's just one of them things. It's just when Gyökeres finds his form in the Arsenal shirt.
Can I ask you something? No, you go, Errol. Go on, Errol.
Can Arteta survive this season not winning major silverware?
Oh, my bad, Errol. This is obviously our first time doing content and that you get. But I've been saying, if I don't get the Prem or Champs, he's done. You've had everything you like. You see, last season for me, it was a thing where you needed to win, but we ain't had that out and out striker until now. So I was like, all right, there's an excuse there. Even last season when we had the mad injuries, as a manager, you see, when I accept you as a novice. You get me? I accepted you as a novice when you come into Arsenal. So all these little things where you had the freak season with the injuries and all this stuff, this could only happen one time, in my opinion. Do you get it? Because you're a novice, you're learning on the job. All right, it's happened one time now. Now this can't happen again. You need to learn from this. And the fact that we've got Gyökeres up top. Everyone and their mum was screaming for Gyökeres. Everyone wanted him. I wanted him. That was my first striker. Literally, I wanted him. So if this guy could get 100 goals at Sporting, I'm not saying you got to come to the Premier League and get 50 Premier League goals. No, but if you could get at least like half or just under half of that, you're good to go. So for me, he's known to bag. If you can't get the best out of this squad, bro, someone else has got to come in and take us over the line, because it's been too many of this nearly second. Bro, I'm tired of the second. There's only so much I could tell the girl, I'm going to give you this lifestyle when I'm not really giving it to her and I'm selling her dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, what? You told me it's going to be like this. Like, yeah. So for me, it's got to be this season, man.
You know what, Errol? That's basically everything you said, isn't it? That's what you said.
And that's why I said it. That's got to be the expectation, because I've been speaking to Arsenal fans that have come out wait for wait.
Hey, Errol, hold on, though. I see what you done there. You tried to span. Because I was all internet was all moving mad. Yeah, I couldn't really hear what he was saying. Do you get it? But I see what he done there. Obviously, for us, and this is what I was gonna say before. For us as Arsenal fans, yes, you must. But for the fact, just everyone looking at the Premier League, Chelsea, Man U fans, bro, you lot must. You've literally won the Prem. You've got one of the best strikers in the Premier League that's touched the Prem in a long time. You got Wirtz, that was arguably, he was the Player of the Year in Germany before you got. All right, he went unbeaten. This is a kid, bro. You got Kirkes, best left back in the league. Bro, I'm looking at this man, this Liverpool squad. I'm going raw. You got Van Dijk, best defender.
You want them to be. But let me finish though. You want them to be your new excuses for you not winning the league. You want to be able to say. You want to be able to say at the end of the season, but them man has spent X amount of bread in the summer. They had the best striker. How was we ever supposed to win the league up against the mighty Liverpool? I'm saying. Let me finish. Let me land. I'm saying, use a Djokovic. We are Federer. We're on the court. Both players step on that court wanting to win. That's the expectation, and that's the bottom line. Do you get me? The best team then goes on to do it. The other team have to learn and reassess what went wrong and go again. And that's how the Premier League works.
And I definitely hear you. And I'm not saying, if we lose it, that's why I'm saying if we lose it, I'm going to crash it on my manager. I expect us to win it. I'm not
waiting for that. I've been waiting like 3-4 years for that crashing. I swear down. I'm waiting for the next. waiting for the next Claude outside AFTV. It's time to go. I need to see more of them settings. You get me? But in terms of time to go, lads, I've got to love yous and leave yous because I've got a footy match to get to. So,
Yeah,
lads,
big up, man.
girls, man.
Hey, Errol.
Bro, appreciate Errol, man.
Yeah, man. Next time, internet ready,
Hey,
catch.
big up.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
yeah.
don't worry. We'll link up.
Yeah, man. Stay blessed. Stay blessed.
Yeah, sorry about that, but man, my thing was moving. We're outed.
Nah, you're good,
no
man.
worries,
You're
man.
good, man. Hey, bro, this has been a good show, and big up for coming. I know it was last
Not for sure.
minute. Do you get what I'm saying? My man's got the food there. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout out, Cass. What you got, fam? What you got? Boss me, bro. Man's hungry too.
I got some rice, chicken, and avocado.
All right. Healthy settings. Hey,
Come
we're
on,
probably
man.
gonna just wrap up there, man. I'm not gonna lie, we've been here for 50 minutes. Catch, where can they find you, bro?
Bro, they know where to find me, man. The catch up. Yeah, me and my boy SB. We should be going live tomorrow, probably later on in the day. But yeah, man, find me over there. Find me everywhere, man. I love for having me on though. And yeah, man.
Every single time. Every single time, man.
Hey, bro, listen, we're gonna run some shit in the future anyway, for sure, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up for coming on a late notice as well, man. It was good to have you.
Listen, all I'm saying is, you, man, this is your first live and you got 10 viewers. That is like very good. I'm just letting the man them know that's very good. Your first live.
Nah,
keep it. You got to keep going though. What? Yeah, you build off that. Do you get it? That's very good. Like very good.
No,
big up everyone that's in here, man. Do you know what I'm saying? I see my boy, I see Yaz, I see my stepbrother, Sino. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout out all the man them that were here. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone that smashed the likes. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to do something. Do you get me? Me and Hans, Motion with Sports. Hans, what you got to say before we get out of him?
Yeah, no, I appreciate everyone that tuned in. You know what I'm saying? More to come, more motion, as you always say, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, we cover all sports, just not football. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, NFL. And yeah, man, check out our latest video as well. HMRC. Me and Show just getting back and forth about what my man's doing and stuff. But no, love everyone for tuning in every single time. More to come, my guy.
All right, big up everyone. Big up. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Shout out, catch up every single time. Love.